I saw this Dyson sitting in a skip the other day, and well, you know what happens. You pick up the vacuum from the skip, you bring it home, and then you go, oh, flip, the cable's been cut. So, you know, it's not going to be quite as easy as turning it on and seeing why it was thrown away, but we might have a look, take it apart, see if we can work out its cause of death, if any, and probably get some spare parts, because these cylinder Dysons are as unpopular as a sexually transmitted disease on Facebook Marketplace, so I have no desire to really fix it. We'll just go through it, see what was wrong, why it was thrown in the skip, and get what we can out of it. Let's have a look. Hello, my vacuum cleaner and Dyson chums. How are you today? Yeah, it's a shame this thing hasn't got its cable. I only looked for halfway home with it, and I wasn't going to turn around and put it back in the skip because, well, that's just not how this works, is it? You picked it up, you have committed. So we have what is, it's an all right cylinder, really. Dyson did make quite a nice cylinder. The main reason I hate Dyson cylinders is the short hose. The short hose, oh yeah, this one has it, the bendy, wobbly tools, they're just plagued by it. But, you know, we have the tools to this one. No small tools, but we have a very nice hose, which does fit many machines because it's a click-on on this generation. It just plugs into, oh, I think I might have realised why it was thrown away. Oh, you can't see that. I guess it just wasn't performing very well. Oh, actually, no, that's not clogged, is it? That is clear. So who knows what its issue was. But yeah, we have some tools, which is probably the main thing that I'm going to keep from this, because these fit any era of this type of tool. So lots to go on. The floor head is a little bit used and a bit grubby, but, you know, oh, it's there. I don't know, really. It does move around. There we go, yeah. It just needs a flipping good clean. This came from Leisure Centre near my house. And we did have a Vax upright from that place. And that black stuff there is very reminiscent of how disgusting that upright was. So, they can just go in the shed and be used for another day. What could we possibly get from this bit? Well, it's hard to say, really, because it's all a little bit bespoke to this machine, i.e. this whole cyclone assembly. This doesn't fit any other vacuum but this. And, oh, wow. I mean, we might keep the filter. I do like to keep a good washed filter for most models around. If I get one of these in for refurb, the longest job is waiting for the filter to dry. You can wash the plastic, air blow it dry, get it all back together in a couple of hours if you put your mind to it. So having a nice wash filter to just plonk in does help. But otherwise, there isn't really much wrong with this. And looking at that, I am a little bit hopeful that actually the motor probably runs fine as well. It would have just had no suction. And because we can't test it, because I can't even put a plug onto this, it has been, yeah, pulled right out as far as it will go. We're going to have to dismantle this a little bit and see what the motor says. So, first thing to do on a DC39 is to undo these two crosshead screws. Oh. And that will release this part here. Then, oh, you've got to pop off this little hose. This is where you need about 16 different screwdrivers and tools to do one of these. So, oh, I'll pop that off. We don't even have to be nice about this. Nah. Off. Thank you. Come on, we're really not going to fight right down to the last bitter end, are you? Oh my goodness, you are. Well, we'll ignore that then, because that's about all we need to care about. We now need to get our drill out and the old standard T15 Torx. I'm hoping we can just rip it off with these 4 screws and not have to do much else. So there's those 4 there. Then these 4 under here. I think it's just these 4 under here. There we go. That whole front bit comes off. This bit will now lift out. And this is a nicer DC39 because it has the whole pivoty section here, all of this framework. They got rid of this in the later ones and left it just solid. This is how these do turn ever so slightly. I'd imagine that Charlie's going to find this, my son, and realise that he can scooter around the floor with it. So who knows, maybe this will become a child's toy in the near future. Right, all of you go away. What I really want to see is what the motor's like in the thing. That's going to tell us all. And if the motor is decent, we could keep it. Right, wheels are all off. We're going to pop this bit up here. Then pry each of the latches up until this comes in. And then we can remove these 2 screws here. Then these 2 screws here. Turn my drill torque up a little bit. The 2 on the top, and then it's just every single screw underneath. And with every single screw removed, the bottom will come off. If you hold the machine upside down and lift it off, you will keep all of this in place. This is the motor. This is the post motor filter, which is very much not washable. You can see that I can damage it just by pulling on there. This is an absolute nightmare. You can airline out at best. I've never figured out the secret to getting it changed. To get this bit off, we just pop these 2 tabs. One there. This is what holds all the cord reel ending. And then one there. Come on. We can take all of it and get to this bit. Yeah, you can see they didn't leave us any flex to work with, and sadly the idea of taking this cord reel apart to put a new cable on it fills me with A, utter hate and dread, and B, I don't even think you could. I don't think these are built to be split apart and sorted out, because the problem is all the big spring seems to be up there. We may have a go, but I don't particularly think I want this, even if we do fix it. But I do want to see if the motor actually burnt out or not. So you take those locating rubbers out. No, I don't think it has. We may have ourselves a decent spare motor here, which is about all I could really ask for from this. Yeah. Look, where are they? That side. The commutator seems absolutely fine. Not burnt out. I reckon we got ourselves a good motor here, and I'm fairly sure these are quite beefy. Yeah, 1300 watts, so that is excellent, and we may well see it coming to a Henry near us soon. As for the rest of this though, I don't even think this white part comes off. If it does, I have never tried to, so I guess we could just take it apart now and see how far we get. I have to take all the wiring out because that will get in the way. So this is where the loom runs. But you don't touch any of this. Oh no, I've just wound that in a bit. Oh, poo. Idiot. And I'm not seeing any way to see the cable at all, even with all this off. So that can all come off of there. It's not even underneath any of these. It's almost like it's... In fact, yeah, no, we're not going to be able to, because that's the big fat spring that holds the cord reel on. As soon as we take this off, it's just going to explode in my face. And that's sadly why it's a bit pointless. You can buy the whole thing for 20 quid, but I don't especially care. I have a good motor and some good tools. I think we should push this button and let it kill itself. There we go. R.I.P. little motor, little cord rewind unit. And yeah, all of this is sadly a little bit scrapped. So, you know, I can't say we won this time on Skip Find Video Day, but you know, we got enough spares. It was worth it. We've recycled this machine a lot more than if it was just sat, you know, onto the skip, which is better than nothing, I guess. What would you have done? Would you have left it there? Would you have spent the £20 on a new cord? You know, basically this bit without the motor you have to buy, and again, they're not too expensive, all of that, and plonk it in. So we'd still be replacing pretty much all of it. Anyway, I don't want a DC39. I'm not a particular fan of them. It won't sell. So that is my scrappage of this machine. I hope you have enjoyed, and hopefully some Dyson, which is worth fixing. They are out there. They do exist. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.